Alright, here it is, the old intro for the very last time. So my bud Gnarly Ghost is the one who helped me with this intro, and here's this huge thread of emails of back and forth trying to figure out what we need to do to get this intro how we want it. So I edited together kind of like the whole compilation of from beginning to end and what it took to make an intro, and so now I'm gonna show you that video right now. So I sent over 2 storyboards to him for an intro and outro. Kind of wanted to start like the normal one. My head flips up, goop comes down, and then the goop like comes over my face and turns me into like a 2D cartoon. Then that goes away, and then a skull pops up to like claymation, which a wave comes, and there's a beach, and then it zooms in on the name tag on the beach, and it says I'm Shmoxd, end. Then I had an alternate ending where it said like Shmoxd was here, and then the Shmoxd and the X gets crossed out. And then for the outro, I would have like a screen wipe of an ocean, and then the little skeleton on the beach. He's holding a phone, and that's where like it has a watch next card. Then somewhere where you hit the bell and be like, and then like the waves would go on the sand, and it'd have like the Patreon names or something, maybe the thank you. Kind of super sloppy, but he was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. He sent me over some 2D characters. I liked number 2 the best, so he ran with that. And I showed him some pictures of like, this is outfits I want to wear, which he gave me for options. And then I picked and chose things from each of them to get this little guy. Cool. So from there, he fixed my storyboards, and we kind of went through them. And if I play them as a video, it kind of has animation to it, so that's fun. And we went over this, him and I, on like a bunch of different FaceTimes. And so we were actually going over this one together, figuring out what we wanted for the intro, outro. And I realized that like the end card and the little subscribe button would kind of be covered up in some of the end frames, and so I showed him in this screen recording right here kind of how that works and how they just like stay up over time. And so we wanted to fix it so when my 2D character was like in front of the computer, there would still be room for the watch next thing. So he went and fixed that by making a little laptop and the subscribe button. Cool. So we were stoked. I was stoked. I'm still stoked. We got like new boards. These are the newer storyboards with some more of like the animation figured out. We actually decided instead of doing the zoom on the name tag to zoom up to the palm trees and then like have a cute little plane. The X is out the O. I wanted a way to like people know how to pronounce Shmoxd because everyone pronounces it Shmoxd, which is fine, but with that, I gave him the intro part because I wanted that in like real person. I don't know the word for real person, but real person. So I sent him over the left one, which was like the really scrappy one, just so he could have something to animate. And then I tuned it up, which is that right side. And then I got some of the new intro songs. I had one of my friend, Japanic, do one. Then I got the other 3 from Fiverr. And so here they are. So I mean, those are the 4. I mean, there was kind of an obvious one that I liked best, but so while I was busy like picking music, he went and sent me a new revised one, kind of with the claymation part more dialed in, right here. And yeah, really stoked with the movement there. I don't think I had any edits for him at that point. So really, from there on out, he kind of just got it all figured out. I did do a couple animations of like the how-to clay coming down, and then also clouds, which ended up not working with the clouds that he made, but I'm stoked. And then here are some of the panels and kind of the progression. The top being like what I sent, then the middles are like kind of the revised stuff, and the last one is the final. So super stoked on how this turned out, and that he was able to like understand what I wanted from my really trashy thumbnails. I want to call them thumbnails, they're not thumbnails. So one really cool thing about having a new intro is I actually have those screen wipes like you just saw with the clouds, and I also have one with the waves and the goop, so that way I can actually incorporate the intro throughout the entire episode and kind of make it have more of a cohesive feel. Something about my old intro that you guys probably never knew, it's big old nasty zit on my neck, and through the entire intro, you're gonna probably look at this and see this on all my old intros now, but whatever. So I just had to like digitally get rid of it. Which brings us to today's sponsor, Curology. So actually before Curology, I never have had a skincare routine regimen. And I've been lucky enough that I don't really have like too much of an acne issue. I'll get like the random one like I said. But the things I was more concerned about was like having really oily skin and also keeping my skin nice and cute and youthful. Dang. I'll add a little like bright thing right there. So that was really cool. I talked to their dermatology provider and they prescribed me a personalized formula for all the concerns that I had for my face. And with that, signing up was super easy. All I did was take like, I think it was like 3 little selfies, and then answer a little questionnaire. The license provider got back to me and said, this is what we got for you. So I got the free trial from them. All I had to pay was $5 in shipping and handling. And Curology is super rad and they want to do the same thing for you. So you guys can get their free trial, just pay the $5 shipping and handling. And you can sign up with the link that I put in the description below. I believe it's Curology/Shmoxd. So yeah, back to what I was talking about before this. And here's a nice little transition that I took from the intro. So yeah, here are like a little video of all the clay pieces. And it was really cool how he did it. I didn't realize that's how they animate. They have like a piece of plexiglass on top of a green screen that goes above and below. But yeah, you can kind of see how the clay like is able to mold and move, which is really cool. My claymation was very rudimentary, and he obviously has a ton of different stuff that he has done, different clay figures. Yeah, and here are some of the rough animations, like from kind of the start to when the skull came in. He was kind of mapping that out, so he was able to do that in clay. That's basically the whole thing. I'm sure there's a lot more that he did on his end, but no more further ado. Is that the saying? I don't know what the saying is, but yeah, here's the final intro. So after those clouds part, that's obviously when the craft or whatever the video is about, that's what that's gonna be doing. The only other staple that I will have is my outro, which I'm super stoked about, and that's coming up right now. All right, so be sure to like and subscribe. Go ahead and hit that bell notification. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and thanks so much for my patrons.